Hey guys, CEO of JSR here. My name is Precious, and we are live at the East African event, Blockchain Vibes in Kigali, and we're going to be interviewing startup founders, VCs, about their views about Web3, tech, and the market as a whole. So here with me is an amazing lady, and I will be so glad to meet her. So, Ma, please introduce yourself, your name, and what you do.
Oh, thank you so much. So I'm Charmaine Meaden. I am the fund manager at Good Soul Venture Capital. I also do international relations for OA Group. I'm really excited to be here. My take on what I've been seeing today is an off-road, specifically in the Web3 and blockchain space. It's good to see people plundering through despite people, the market's skepticism.
Okay, thank you so much. So from what do you think is the problem that we are yet to solve, and what to do about it? What do you see the space in the next 5 years, 10 years in Africa and the world at large?
Okay, so I definitely think we're really early in the space still. I think that people are expecting things to transpire a lot quicker than they can. Of course, we are adopting and we're building very quickly, sure, but the space is still not ready for the masses. A lot of the equipment is required is very expensive, but of course, there's the niche itself does attract a large enough amount of people for it to be really exciting and to give people the potential to still be able to build profitable models.
Okay, so when you talk about the VC getting funding for Web3 brands and tech, what do you think the market is for Africa, especially because a lot of persons, as they have great products from large scale, but they have issues with funding. So what do you advise, and what do you think can be done to be able to bring them into the world for people to see their great products? And
okay, so in Africa specifically, we understand that regionally, interconnectivity is something that is so huge, which means that blockchain, Web3, cryptocurrency, etc., have a huge impact. However, when looking at the data and when looking at the numbers, adoption is still relatively new of mobile devices, etc. So being able to make sure that everybody has access in that regard will assist greatly. So I feel like there's still a huge amount of potential for growth. In terms of funding, I think that people often ask larger questions than they would anywhere else in the world. However, people are looking to invest in the space. Looking at the fact that you can fund a transaction from one stage to another is really impressive, but also looking at the potential for connectivity and sustainability that it brings is really important.
Okay, because in this space we talk about regulatory bodies. We are having issues with regulatory bodies in Africa as a whole. So what do you think about self-regulation? Because that's the products that people are selling, they have to more like it and the regulation. So what do you think about the regulation in the Web3 space and all of that?
So I think that regulation is a really difficult role in the whole Web3 space, generally. But I think that a good founder will be able to navigate. Yeah, and I think that is one of the great things about investing on the continent, is knowing that the founders generally are, we don't want them to be competing with regulation, licensing, etc. But if you're a founder that's been able to build despite the problems, then you're probably going to be able to build in better environments.
Okay, I think that's a good one. People listening out there, if your project, you're a Web3 founder, I feel like this little chit chat has been able for you to pick one or two. Please, what's your closing remark to the audience?
I think the main thing is make sure that you are focusing on building for your customer. Make sure your customer understands it. Make sure your customer knows how to access it, and don't build for VC. Yeah, I know it's expensive, but try not to build for VC. And then also we have some resources over at Start OA. So if you follow us on any of the socials, as well as Good Soil VC, you'll be able to access them. And yeah, we're always looking for new projects. We have an accelerator program also.
Thank you so much, Ma, for joining.
Thank you. Thank you so much.